All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about a tool that's looking to completely change how we learn and do research. I mean, think about turning those huge piles of information into your very own personal AI assistant. That's the promise of NotebookLM. You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You start a new project, you're trying to learn something new, and bam, you're just buried. PDFs, web links, videos, all coming at you. It feels less like you're actually learning and more like you're just trying to keep your head above water. And this quote from Teacher's Tech it nails it, doesn't it? Trying to drink from a fire hose, that's exactly it. It's this universal struggle we all face. But what if there was a way to actually tame that fire hose? Well, that's where NotebookLM steps in. And look, this is not just another AI chatbot. Google built this thing from the ground up to be an AI-first tool specifically for research and writing. It works in a totally different way. Okay, so here's the absolute key thing you got to get about this. NotebookLM only works with the sources you give it. We're talking that 40-page PDF report, a complicated lecture on YouTube, even your own messy class notes. You build the library, and the AI becomes an expert on that and only that. And this is where it gets really interesting because it all comes down to trust. You know those general AI chatbots? They pull from the entire internet, and sometimes, well, they can hallucinate, which is just a nice way of saying they make stuff up. NotebookLM, on the other hand, is grounded. It sticks only to your material, and, this is huge, it gives you citations for every single answer. You can instantly check exactly where it got its information from. And the best part? Getting started is super straightforward. It's really designed to be intuitive, to get you from that pile of research to actually understanding it as fast as possible. The whole workflow is as simple as it looks. You upload your stuff, your documents, your links, whatever. Then you just start asking questions like you would with a real research assistant. And what you get back are detailed, organized answers based only on the stuff you put in. Yep, that's pretty much it. That's the core idea. But okay, just asking simple questions and getting answers, that's just the starting line. The real magic, the part that makes you go, whoa, is when NotebookLM starts transforming your static, boring sources into these dynamic, interactive formats. This is where it goes from just being helpful to being a total game changer. Seriously, just stop and think about this for a second. All those dense articles and transcripts you've been meaning to read, what if you could just listen to a conversation about them on your way to work? With literally one click, NotebookLM can generate something called an audio overview. It creates this podcast-style chat between two AI hosts, and they just discuss the key ideas from all your documents. But here's the wildest part. You can actually jump into their conversation and ask them questions to clarify things in real time. This reaction from tech creator Tina Hong, it's just perfect. It really captures that feeling. It's one of those things you kind of have to hear to believe. It's not just a robot reading your text back to you. It's a full-on interactive discussion about your own material. As incredible as the audio stuff is, the tech just keeps moving. Now, it's taking that same idea and building on it to create an even more powerful tool for all the visual learners out there. Instant video lectures. So this is the brand new video overview feature. It takes your sources and, you guessed it, automatically creates a short video lecture complete with an AI presenter, visuals, and slides. And you can even tell it how to present it. You can say, hey, explain this to me like I'm 10, or present this to a room full of experts. It's incredible. So we've got audio, we've got video, but what about seeing the big picture? For those of us who are visual thinkers, just understanding how all these different ideas and concepts connect, well, that's everything. So NotebookLM can also generate an interactive mind map from all of your sources. It pulls out the major themes, the subpoints, and lays it all out in this diagram that you can click on and expand and just explore. You click on a topic in the map, and it shows you the relevant info right there. It's a whole new way to navigate your research. Okay, so these features are obviously super powerful, but to really get the most out of them, you kind of have to change how you think about research itself. It's not just about summarizing one project anymore. It's about building a whole library of knowledge that you can actually talk to. And this quote from Dan Fitzpatrick, the AI educator, really gets to the heart of this new paradigm. He says, forget about building just one second brain. The real power here is creating multiple specialized AI assistants, where each one is an expert on a very specific topic, or even a specific person. So how do you actually do that? Well, it's surprisingly simple. First, you pick a thought leader you really admire. Then you gather up all their work you can find, articles, interviews, you name it. You upload all of it into one new notebook. And just like that, you can have a conversation and get answers that are completely grounded in their specific way of thinking. And that is the real transformation here. All that stuff you've bookmarked to read later, it's not a dead archive anymore. It becomes a living, breathing resource. It's an interactive partner you can brainstorm with, get feedback from, and learn from in a way that just wasn't possible before. So, when we boil all of this down, what's the one big idea, the main takeaway you should remember about NotebookLM? Here's the bottom line. This isn't just about collecting information anymore. It's a tool that lets you activate that knowledge. It's about turning passive documents into active conversations and turning information into real, deep understanding. You're not just consuming content, you're truly engaging with it. So, I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. This technology puts some pretty incredible power in our hands. If you could build a conversational AI expert on any subject in the world, anything from quantum physics to the complete works of your favorite author, what would you build first?